Dinosaur Story. Dinosaur Research History in Europe. Hi! This time, we will find out how dinosaur research began in Europe. There are many legends of dragons in Europe. The famous German legend of Siegfried who defeated the dragon is said to have started from dinosaur footprints found along the Rhine River. In medieval Europe, people believed that fossils were the remains of creatures that died during Noah's flood in the Old Testament. But Leonardo da Vinci was different. Looking at the fossils of shells and corals found in the mountains, he interpreted that a long time ago, this place was the sea, and these fossils were life forms turned to stone. In the 16th century, many fossils began to be discovered in Europe. Then, who was the first person to use the word fossil? The first person to use the word fossil was a German scholar named Georgius Agricola, but he himself didn't know for sure. He called anything dug out of the ground a fossil. In the 17th century, the flow of fossil discovery and research moved from continental Europe to Britain. Britain began to lead dinosaur research. In 1677, the first drawings of dinosaur bone appeared in a book of Robert Plot. But at the time, he didn't realize it was a dinosaur bone. It was mistakenly introduced as an elephant bone. The first dinosaur to have a name was Megalosaurus. William Buckland named it. It means big lizard. Mantell, who was a doctor, discovered an enormous fossil tooth. He didn't know which animal tooth it was at first. He later found out that it looked very similar to the teeth of an iguana displayed in the Hunterian Museum in London, and gave it the name Iguanodon. Mary Enning is a woman. After her father died, she collected fossils to support her family. She discovered the world's first plesiosaur fossils, such as Ichthyosaurus and Plesiosaurus, and Britain's first pterosaur fossil. Richard Owen is the first person to use the word dinosaur. He investigated the huge fossils discovered at the time and named them Dinosauria, that is, terrible lizard. The most important criterion for classifying dinosaurs is the hip bone, that is, the pelvis. This criterion was proposed by Harry Seeley, who was Owen's pupil. Seeley divided them into two groups: Saurischiia with a lizard-like pelvis, and Ornithischia with a bird-like pelvis. In the 19th century, excavation and research of dinosaur fossils became active in continental Europe, such as France, Germany, and Belgium. Europe tried harder. The first dinosaur egg was discovered by French priest Jean-Jacques Puech. It later turned out to be a dinosaur egg from the Cretaceous period, but Puech thought it was not a dinosaur egg, but a giant bird egg. In 1878, many fossils of Iguanodon were found in Belgium. Louis Dallo of the Natural History Museum in Brussels, who studied this, announced that Iguanodon would have stood on two legs like a kangaroo, and picked and ate leaves. It was a groundbreaking idea at the time, when dinosaurs were thought to be heavy and dull animals. Dinosaur quiz. Who is the first person to use the word dinosaur? Number 1 Louis Dallo. Number 2 Richard Owen. Number 3 Gideon Mantell. Number 4 Harry Seeley. The answer is Richard Owen. In 1842, British paleontologist Owen investigated the large fossils excavated and called them separately as dinosaurs. That's it for today. See you next time. Thank you.